This is Glenn Rice with Clearview Sewer Cams. We're located at 13141 Magnolia Boulevard, Sherman Oaks, California, 91423. Today is November 30th, 2020. We're performing a video sewer inspection through a 3-inch ABS waste line. We're performing a video waste and sewer line inspection through a 3-inch ABS waste line located at the rear of the property. And what we did is we initially ran an initial inspection and we pushed all the way out. So we did a preliminary, we were able to see everything all the way out. And we went ahead and going to go ahead and continue to pull back from here. And we're going to take a good look at the line on the way back. And we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And as you can see, we pushed all the way out into our city sewer tie-in. You can see the water flowing there. That's our city sewer tie-in. And we're going to pull back slowly. As we pull back slowly, we'll see that we do have a crack here at the saddle area. And we do have a crack there right around the, right about the 9 o'clock area, going all the way down to about the 6 o'clock area, as you can see there. And so we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. In this joint here, we do have a little bit of the neoprene band visible in that joint. As you can see there, we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And a little bit of slag overpour in that joint there, as you can see right around the 3 o'clock area. So we're just going to continue to pull back. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And as we pull back, we're going to pull into some root intrusions here. We did, as I mentioned, we did do a preliminary inspection through the sewer line and the waste line, and we have quite a bit of root intrusions and some breaks in the vitreous clay. So again, we're just going to pull back. These areas here are all in the street. And we'll just continue to pull back. A bit of a gap in that joint there. And again, as you can see, we have a fairly large amount of root intrusion in this joint here. I'll just continue to pull back. And again, continue to pull back, and as you can see, we have a very large root intrusion in this joint. And again, as I mentioned, we have several root intrusions throughout the vitreous clay and a couple of breaks throughout the line. So again, as you can see here, you have a root intrusion very large there, penetrating the joint. It's got some toilet tissue buildup around it. We're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And as we pull back here, we do have a break at the top there from about it's the full diameter of the pipe. You could see it really well from about the 11 o'clock area all the way around to about the 9 o'clock area. You can see the orange of the vitreous clay. And as we push in, you can see that the crack does the full diameter of the pipe. I'm going to pause here for a moment. So we're just going to continue to pull back. A little bit of an offset in that joint there from about the 2 o'clock area all the way around to about the 9 o'clock area. And some root intrusion there at the top of the pipe. So we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. A little bit of a turn. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And again, as we pull back here, you can see we do have a break in this area as well. And this break here, as well as the full diameter of the pipe. And right around the 5 o'clock area, the crack runs all the way to the joint, as you can see there. And then a full diameter of the pipe. And as we pull back, you can see that we have a fairly large offset as well in this joint from about the 6 o'clock all the way up to about the 12 o'clock area. So we're just going to continue to pull back. We pull back into another large root intrusion. And again, fairly large root intrusion in that joint. And so we're just going to continue to pull back. And more root intrusions in this joint as well. And as you can see, we do have a little bit of root intrusion coming through that joint as well, right around the 2 o'clock area. I'm just going to continue to pull back. Yeah, that joint appears to be in fair condition. I'll go ahead and continue to pull back. And as you can see, we do have more root intrusion in this joint as well. Again, we'll just continue to pull back. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. And this joint here, we do have a fairly large offset from about the 12 o'clock all the way down to about the 6 o'clock area. Continue to pull back. As you can see, we do have a little bit of an offset in that joint as well from about the 12 o'clock all the way down to about the 5 o'clock area. And as we pull back, we're transitioning back into our cast iron waistline. We did mark this area at the front of the house at 2 foot 11 inches deep. And this area here would be a good area to install a mainline sewer clean out. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And we transition back into our cast iron waistline. Just continue to pull back. The joint appears to be in fair condition. The cast iron waistline appears to be in fair condition. Possibly had been cleaned or hydrojetted at some point. Just continue to pull back. And that joint appears to be in fair condition. A little bit of an offset in this transition, and we're transitioning back into black ABS waistline here. As you can see, a little bit of an offset in this transition. And continue to pull back, and we're transitioning back into cast iron waistline here. Make a little bit of a turn. These joints appear to be in fair condition. And the joint appears to be in fair condition. And we transition back into black ABS waistline. And we're going to pull back. And we're going to pull up and out of our cleanout. And that will conclude our video waste and sewer line inspection. And again, we are located at the rear of the property, just to the right of the front, or to the right of the rear door. And this is the rear door to our property. That's the gate on the left-hand side of the property there. And this runs around the rear of our property here. And this is our water heater here, just behind us. And our 3-inch ABS waistline is just located just to the right of the door in the crawl space. And again, that will conclude our video waste and sewer line inspection.